So this is the D900 RC remote control car. Now this is a great little vehicle. The one thing I want to point out, at least to me, it seemed a lot bigger in the pictures online than it actually is. So let me show you this real quick. So if you see here, it's about 10 inches. So it's a lot smaller than I thought it was, but still, it might be small, but it definitely is mighty. First, it comes with this outer shell that you hold down with these little clamps. You just push it in and it holds it down. Now here, as you can see here, not too much of a design to it. Now this is very flexible. They do that because they say it can take a lot of tumbles. We'll see how it holds up to my 5-year-old son. He has about 5 of these and he's destroyed in some way all of them, but they still run, thankfully. So let's take this off. One thing I want to show you here is it said at the top there was a sticker that said remove the film. It took me a while to be able to peel it off because there wasn't a good edge, but it's kind of peeling off here. And you just take this and peel it off like so. Not hard to take off at all. There you go. It's now off. Put that to the side. Now we'll take a look. In here is what I really like, because this reminds me of the old cars that I used to put together and play with. I grew up in the 80s, and these shocks are nice. Compared to the other ones that seem very stiff, these things are very springy. And then here you have inside the battery. All you do, it's kind of small, but compared to some of the other ones my son has are very big. But you get about 20 minutes per battery. You get 2 batteries with this unit, so 40 total. That's about average. So some get about 30 minutes. It just depends relative to size. So for the size of these batteries, you do get a lot of runtime. And then all you do is connect the battery here, and then it's good to go. And then you have your on and off switch. And that's pretty much it. So let's put this back on. Like I said, you just take these and you just slide them in. And it holds it down. So let's go on to the accessories. Now you get a nice little carrying pouch with this drawstring like so. Let's dump this out. Like I said, you get another battery. Here it is. You can see the size. And then you also get a little brush to clean things off with. And then you get the charging cable. You don't get a power brick with it, so just take any old cell phone charger that you have around. That'll work just fine. I actually have a station that has like 10 USB ports, and I plug all of his cars in at once so they can charge all at once, because he'll burn through them really fast. But that works out really well. Now let's take a look at the remote. Now with the remote, it's kind of interesting. So you have a couple of buttons here. You have your on and off switch, so you just turn that off here. If it's flashing, it means it's not paired with the vehicle. If it is solid, then that means it's paired with the remote control car. And you have these 2 other dials. One is the speed switch. So right now you can barely see it, but there's these arrows, and you turn it and you can turn up the speed of the vehicle. And when you turn it up, this thing definitely has some speed to it. That was one thing I was highly impressed with, that it's faster than any of my son's other vehicles. We'll turn that back down. And then you also have the steering adjustment. So let's say that the car starts to turn to the right, turn to the left. You just turn this dial and it'll compensate, and it'll turn the wheels back to the right, and you can line it up straight. So I like that. A lot of them have it on the vehicle, which I was kind of shocked that this one has it on the remote control, but it's actually nice to have it there so you don't have to flip the car over and always have to adjust it, or it could be hit accidentally by grass or rocks or anything like that. So that's actually pretty cool. We'll turn that off for the moment. And then as usual, you just take the trigger. If you go back, that's forward. If you press the trigger forward, it goes in reverse. And then the handle, if you go forward with the wheel, it goes right, back is left. And that's pretty much there. And if you flip it over, you just slide the case off, and then you have 3 AA batteries. So now I'll let my son test it out so you can see how our 5-year-old likes to play with the car.